Has your dog ever let out one long, slow breath right after they curl up beside you? You have probably heard it dozens of times and never given it a second thought. But that single, quiet exhale is one of the most honest things your dog will ever do in front of you. And it is just one of 8 silent compliments your dog gives you every single day that most owners never learn to read. By the end of this video, you will know all 8. And number 4 is the one that stops people completely. Number 1, they exhale deeply the moment they settle next to you. That long, slow breath your dog lets out right after lying down beside you, you have heard it 100 times. Most people assume their dog is simply tired or finally winding down after an exhausting afternoon of watching the ceiling fan rotate. Completely understandable. But that exhale is carrying a very specific message. When a dog breathes out deeply while settling close to someone, their entire body is transitioning out of a state of readiness. Their muscles release, their breathing drops into a slower rhythm. And the important part is this: that physical shift only happens when their environment feels completely safe to them. Your dog spends the majority of their waking hours with their nervous system quietly running in the background. Every sound gets processed. Every movement gets tracked. A delivery truck 2 streets away, a wrapper crinkling in a different room, a bird landing on the roof. All of it gets noted. But the moment they lie down next to you, something inside them switches off. That exhale is the sound of your dog deciding that nothing in the world requires their attention right now. You are already handling it. They can let go. Your dog will lose complete composure over a squirrel they spotted through a window, but pressed against you, they breathe out like nothing on this planet could possibly bother them. That is not your dog being tired. That is your dog being at peace. And you are the reason. Number 2, they tilt their head when you speak to them. You have watched this happen more times than you can count. You say something to your dog, and their head tips slowly to one side. It is one of the most recognized things a dog can do. For years, most people assumed it was simply a cute quirk with no deeper explanation behind it. Then, researchers studied 40 dogs and discovered something nobody had expected. Dogs who had learned the names of specific objects tilted their heads significantly more often when asked to retrieve one of those objects by name. Dogs who had not learned the names showed almost no head tilting at all. The head tilt is not confusion, it is concentration. Your dog is actively working to match what they are hearing with something they already have stored in their memory. It's the dog equivalent of pausing mid-thought and narrowing your focus to make sure you are understanding correctly. So when your dog tilts their head while you talk to them, they are not performing for you. They are genuinely trying to follow what you are saying. And the fact that they care enough to try that hard is a compliment most owners walk past every single day without ever realizing what they just received.
Number 3, they press their full weight against you. Your dog is standing right next to you and, without any warning, slowly shift sideways until their entire body is leaning into your leg. Solid, warm, completely unbothered by the concept of personal space. Here is what is actually happening inside both of you during that moment. Physical contact initiated by a dog toward their primary person triggers the release of oxytocin in both the dog and the human, the same chemical that creates the bond between a parent and a newborn child. Research has confirmed that this response is strongest when the dog chooses the contact themselves and when it is directed specifically toward the person they are most attached to. Someone unfamiliar standing in the exact same spot would get almost no response at all. And be honest with yourself for a moment. When your dog leans into you like that, your hand finds their head almost automatically. You lean back slightly without deciding to. For a few seconds, neither of you moves. What just happened is that both of your nervous systems quietly confirmed the same thing at the same time. Right here is exactly where I am supposed to be. If that one caught you off guard, keep going, because number 4 is the one that made us rethink this entire list. Number 4, your scent activates the reward center of their brain. A neuroscientist conducted a study using dogs trained to lie completely still inside an MRI scanner. During the scans, the dogs were presented with 5 different scents: a stranger, a familiar dog, an unfamiliar dog, the dog's own scent, and their owner's scent. Out of every scent presented, only the owner's scent produced a strong, consistent response in the caudate nucleus, the region of the brain most directly connected to reward, anticipation, and positive emotion. Not food, not other dogs. Just the scent of their person on a piece of fabric was enough to activate the part of their brain that registers the best things in their world. A separate study found that out of 15 dogs tested, 13 showed brain responses to their owner's voice and praise that matched or exceeded their response to food. 13 out of 15 chose you over a treat, not because of training, because somewhere along the way their brain made a decision about you that no amount of rewiring was ever going to undo. You probably step over a shirt you left on the floor without thinking twice, but to your dog, that shirt is carrying the scent of the one thing their entire nervous system is organized around: you. If you are learning something about your dog today that you did not know before, subscribe. It is the best way to make sure we can reach more dog owners who genuinely want to understand what their dog has been trying to tell them all along.
Number 5. They check your face before deciding how to feel about anything. Picture this moment. Something new appears somewhere in your home. A large box sitting by the front door, a bag left in the hallway, anything your dog has not encountered before. Watch what they do in the first 2 seconds, before they approach it, before they back away from it, before they make any decision at all. They look at your face. Researchers found that the overwhelming majority of dogs look directly to their owner's expression before choosing how to respond to something unfamiliar. And the critical detail that most people miss is what happened when the same experiment was repeated with a stranger, giving the exact same facial signals. The dogs barely responded. Your face mattered. A stranger's face did not. This behavior is called social referencing, and it is the same thing a young child does when they look to their parents' face to decide whether something is safe or frightening. Your dog does not just watch you, they use your reaction as the standard for how to interpret the entire world around them. A fully grown dog staring up at your expression to figure out whether a cardboard box is a threat or not, that is your dog saying, without a single word, if you are okay with it, then I am okay with it. Your judgment is the one they trust above everything else. Number 6. They actually sleep worse when you are not there. This finding came from recent research, and it genuinely surprised the people who ran the study. Scientists used monitoring equipment to track the brain activity of dogs while they slept. On certain nights, the owner stayed in the room. On other nights, the dog slept in the same space entirely alone. Same environment, same bed, same conditions in every way. The only variable was whether their person was present. The dogs slept measurably worse without their owner. Their deep sleep phases shortened. Their restlessness increased. The simple physical absence of one specific person altered the entire pattern of how their brain moved through sleep. Think for a moment about who in your life has that kind of effect on you. The people whose presence in a room changes how well you rest. That is a very short list for most people. Your dog has the same kind of list, and you are on it. So the next time your dog follows you into your bedroom and curls up somewhere near you, they are not just looking for warmth or comfort in a general sense. They're choosing the one place where their brain will actually allow them to rest completely. And that place is wherever you are. The next one goes even deeper, and once you understand it, the way you look at your dog will quietly shift.